Mr. Derec Jones, local wordsmith, poet, publisher, and all-round top-notch geezer, is going to lead us next. Derec Jones.
Hello. First of all, I need to apologise because I'm in the programme as I'm going to do some poems, but I'm not. They were good, you know, I've been practising them for weeks, but I've got a printout over there if anyone wants to see the poems I was going to do, but something weird happened and I had to deal with it. What it is, I need some help. I'm Derec. Well, I think I'm Derec. I don't really know who I am. Well, I do know who I am. Oh hell, never mind all that. I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute. It's a bit complicated, like a butcher's dream. Don't ask me where that came from. You may have seen me wandering about looking lost. There's a lot of us about wandering about looking lost, I mean. Especially in Cowbridge Road East, or Cabbage Road, as Mark refers to it. I like cabbage, but I'm not a cabbage. Not yet, anyway, despite appearances. But I've got this theory. Well, it's not even a theory, really. It's just an idea, a smidgen of thought about the nature of reality. I'm not going to pretend I know any answers to anything. In fact, sometimes I don't even know what day it is, never mind what vegetable I resemble. My theory is quite simple, really. All it is that sometimes I wonder if I am who I am because of my memories. And if I had different memories, I wouldn't be me. Sounds obvious, doesn't it? Of course I wouldn't be the same with different memories. For example, say the memories I rely on to remind me where I live were somehow wiped away, then I really would be lost. It could happen. We don't remember everything. How could we? We've only got a moment. Just the moment. Everything else is just a memory. And we know memories do get lost. Say, how long does it take to remember who you are, say, when you open your eyes in the morning after a good night's sleep? Sometimes it seems to take a few seconds for the memories of who you are to descend on you, and for you to reconnect, not only with who you are, but also what issues you're dealing with, what's happened to you since the moment of that first memory when you were a baby, and you remember all this in an instant. For example, what's your name? Or yours? Or yours? It's only a rhetorical question. I bet you thought of your name then. Where does that information come from? Is it always there, lying at the front of your consciousness, along with millions of other little facts, such as the answer to the question, what is 2 plus 2? I mean, I for one don't go around chanting, out loud or silently, my name is Derec Jones, 2 and 2 equals 4, and all the other oceans of answers I keep on the tip of my tongue. What I'm trying to say is, what if you swapped consciousness with someone else? Say, in an instant, your consciousness took a quantum leap into the head, if that's where consciousness resides, of another human being, Donald Trump, say. Oh, yeah, perished thought. And in the same instant, Donald Trump's consciousness leaps into your head. It's okay though, it's not as scary as it sounds. Nothing else leaps, just your awareness. All the other bits of you, your name, your place and date of birth and so on, they stay in the brain you left behind. Then you immediately adopt the memories of Mr. President, and he adopts yours, so you become each other. But here it is. You wouldn't know, because you wouldn't have access to your old memories. So your memories define who you are. But I am, or at least I feel I am, the same person I was 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 or 50 years ago. Yeah, I know, it's hard to believe I'm that old. I put it down to all the cabbage. Yeah, and most of us, of what I am, is my memories, and most of them didn't exist 50 years ago, because the events that caused the memories hadn't then occurred. Yeah, it's got holes, but it's just a theory. Anyway, that's all by the by, incidental, so to speak. I mean, we can just switch or hop around as much as we like, but in the end, it's just about where we are now, inside and outside. So, who am I? Like I said, I'm not from round here. I'm not from Swansea either, God forbid. In fact, and this is the reason I'm a bit lost, I'm from a parallel universe, which is quite close to this one. So close, in fact, that there is still a planet known as Earth. It's still the year 2017. God knows where that came from, 2017. The bastard Tories are still in government in the United Kingdom. And there is still a place in Cardiff called the Chapter Arts Centre, where at this very moment, or its equivalent, a human being called Derec Jones is standing in a theatre space, communicating something as yet unresolved to a group of other human beings who still haven't worked out what the fuck it's all about. I haven't got a clue either, if it's any help. So why am I so important in all this? Well, I'm not. Think about it like this. I'm one of 7 odd billion creatures known as humans on a planet, Earth, that revolves around a star known as the Sun. The star is one of at least 100 billion in a galaxy called the Milky Way. The Milky Way is one of at least 100 billion galaxies in the known universe. The universe is one of an infinite number of universes. So, I am tiny and insignificant. But the material that my physical existence depends on is the same material that is in all those gazillions of stars. As the sage Moby once said, we are all made of stars. Everything is connected. Everything comes from the same source from the beginning, except there is no beginning. Even if there was a Big Bang, it's only a Big Bang. So, time has no beginning, space has no beginning, no end, no end. Let's say that compared to the size of the universe, I am like one grain of sand on a beach, the size of the solar system, and my existence is as short as a ripple caused by a raindrop in an ocean the size of the Milky Way. My existence, it's not that short, it's shorter. It's not that small, it's smaller. My existence, the existence of the whole human race on this planet is so trivial that, like Nigel Farage's emotional intelligence, it can't be measured. So the point is, what's the point? But even though I know how insignificant I am, we are, this is, I also know that I am the most significant thing there is, was, or ever will be. But that's another story. So back to now, tonight, and the real reason for my presence here, on this stage, in this place. I need help. What it is, this kind of hopping around between bodies, you know, the stuff I mentioned earlier, happens to every little spark of consciousness. But the thing is, when you inhabit a different entity, a different body in this universe or in any other parallel universe, it usually goes like this. You go to sleep as, say, Derec, with all of Derec's memories and history. You wake up as Mr. or Ms. or whatever, X, with all of X's memories. You don't notice the transition. And you don't remember who you were before you went to sleep. Anyway, that's the usual procedure, and it suits everyone. We can all just get on with it. This marvelous, magical journey through the infinite universes of existence. So, my problem is that in this case, I've switched bodies with a version of me, Derec Jones, from a parallel universe, and get this, due to some kind of genetic or programming bug, I brought my own memories with me, which, to be fair, are almost perfectly the same as the memories of this body, since our universes are almost completely identical. But that's the problem, really. They're not the same. That teeny-weeny bit of difference makes all the difference. So I'm not me, so to speak, and the other me is not me either. I don't know for sure, but I guess he's in the same predicament as me. Okay, never mind all that bollocks. This is the truth. I'm going to be two people tonight. There's a reason for this. I'll explain. Lovely Mark invited me to try and put something together for this weird event. And I had this crazy idea for a stand-up comedy routine, but when I wrote it, it came out as a double act, and I couldn't find anyone daft enough to do it with me. Listen, the real truth is I didn't want to do it at all. What I wanted was to write a little play, probably a comedy, and get other people, you know, actors, to perform it. But nobody would do that either.